Hi!
Hey guys.
Welcome back to my channel for another video. This is my husband Max, if you're new here.
I'm new on the channel.
Welcome back to my channel for another video. For today's video, we are filming a wrap-up of our year.
It was a crazy one. It was good. It was crazy.
It was a lot. And also Max has no idea. Like, I wrote in like my little journal thingy. This is this year's. Oh. So, bless you. If you don't do this, I highly suggest doing it. And I want to film this video on my channel every year. So like on this side, I make like a timeline like for each month, and I try to get at least 2 things that happen each month. And then I do, I don't know what order, because I can't really see in the camera, but I do like the big moments that happen, some highs and some lows, because we all know that even though you want to glamorize the year, there's still bad things that happen, and it's good to just take it and let it go. It's a good way to let it go. So yeah, I wrote this for me personally, but a lot of them obviously include Max. Here, I can tell you something. Yeah, we're just gonna reference our little notebook down here, and we're just gonna go. So, funny story, the day we're filming this video, it's December 29th, and do you want to tell them what happened a year ago today?
That is the day that we had our big house party and we got engaged.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
It's a monumental
It's literally
day.
happened right here where we're filming this video, so it's kind of special. So, we're gonna stop talking and we're just gonna get started.
Well, in January, shortly after we got engaged, our wedding, we decided, was going to be the 21st of the following September.
Well, yeah, just like we knew we wanted to be like in like this warmer months, like kind of into fall, like August, September.
Right, when it was still nice out.
Yeah, so we were just like browsing venues.
Yep, so we were picking our wedding venue. We were, Paige was looking for dresses, and
Finally, like in January, it actually went so fast, like thinking about it, like we got engaged in December, and that's what Max is getting to, is we said yes to a venue. So we decided on a venue, which helped us decide on our wedding day, which ended up being September 21st. And I also decided on the wedding dress. On my very first wedding appointment at David's Bridal,
first dress you saw.
Oh,
you
yeah.
tried on more, but
yeah. If you missed my whole looking for a wedding dress, I'll link that video down below or up in the card somewhere, but check that out. But yeah, it was actually the first dress I saw and tried on, and I tried on other ones too. But so in January we picked a venue, and I picked my wedding dress. This actually, 2019's wrap-up is a lot to do with the wedding, because
that's what
a lot of our year was about the wedding. So, okay. In February, we had a big thing happen.
Luxie.
Tell them what happened in February. Did you turn 1? Did you turn a big girl 1? Yeah. We had Lux's birthday.
We'll have to put some pictures on of her.
Yeah, her birthday party. So now, I mean, at this point, she's almost 2, which is crazy. And then I had officially asked all of my bridesmaids to be in the wedding. And you asked all of your guys to be in the wedding. But so we had finalized like the wedding party in February. So that was kind of a big deal, you know. So in March, we finalized our wedding colors, which were, do you want to tell them what our wedding colors were if they don't know?
Blue, white, light blue, and that was it.
Greens. Yeah. Another big thing that happened that isn't wedding related is, like, that's when I first started working on Sonder, which is, if you don't know, it's SHOPSONDERSOULS, that's my business. It's my online boutique, and this was like when I first started like working on like getting my paperwork, filing for my my fictitious name, getting my business information, starting my website. Like, I was starting to like get the ball rolling with my business. So all of that first started happening in March. In April,
You went to Philly.
Yeah, I went to the first hair show that we had with the girls at my salon. We stayed overnight for, it was 2 days and 1 night. Yeah. It was a long trip though, but it was fun. So it was actually not a hair show, it was an esthetician show, so we learned a lot. And actually what we learned there is going to benefit me a lot with what I have in the future. Stay tuned if you're not sure. And then second thing was I had my first pieces from Sonder come in. So my first articles of clothing came in, my first order. So I mean, I think still they're my favorite pieces that I got. Like, they're my most worn pieces in my closet. Like, I got some t-shirt dresses, I got some like linen pieces. They're just really cute, really basic. Like, simple. It was like where I really stuck true to like what I wanted for the brand. And then after the more I went, the more I listened to what other people wanted. I kind of strayed away from what I wanted my brand to be, so I'm trying to like revert back to that. But anyway, that was beside the point. So anyway, that was exciting because I got like my first real things in, and I started like doing like sneak peeks and advertising and all that for Sonder. In May, Maxie had some things going on.
We started my work trips for trainings. We went to New York and Baltimore.
2 separate occasions, yeah. So if you don't know, actually, I don't know if I've even told them, my sleepy husband over here is a mechanic at Thomas Buick and GMC in Johnstown, which is a town in Pennsylvania, and they send him on like continuing ed trips, is that what you would call it? Yeah. And they actually send us in a vehicle, and they pay for they pay for the vehicle for Max, they pay for where he stays, they pay for his classes and things like that. And thankfully I have a job where I'm able to kind of maneuver my schedule enough that if my clients are done, I can go with him. So I was able to go.
And it was fun. We got to like
it was our first road trip together. Yeah.
And we got to experience some things and go different places. It was
really fun. Yeah. So we bought lots of trips, and actually I'll put it up in the cards up here too. We have a link to the Ardsley trip, or we went to Ardsley, New York, and I vlogged that trip. I don't think I vlogged Baltimore, did I?
Maybe a little bit, you might have.
I don't remember. I'll look and see. Maybe if I did, I'll look at somewhere. In June, we built our little campfire. It was a really big moment for us.
And it was like spur of the moment.
So what we just giggled out was in June we built our first campfire ring, and we didn't do that we couldn't last year. This is our first summer in the house, I guess, actually.
Was our first full summer in the house.
So we built like a little makeshift campfire ring, spur of the moment, and that was like the first of so many good times we had this summer.
Like every weekend we were like...
We had people here, we were having s'mores and hot dogs. S'mores and hot dogs. S'mores and hot dogs.
Lots of beer.
Yeah, it was just fun. We had a lot of good memories from the campfires. We really bonded with a lot of our friends, and it just kind of became a thing, and then sprouted into later months we went camping with our friends. It was just a really good start to like the vibes of summer, and then in June you weren't able to go, but
where was I at?
You couldn't get off work. I went to Creation Fest with my mom, which if you don't know is a Christian music festival. We only went down for 1 day. I'm hoping next year, I don't know, I'd love to go stay. I don't know if I'd be able to, but so that was really fun. It was really nice to see the bands we saw and just support like good Christian organizations. It was really nice to see. And then the big thing that happened in June was I finally opened SHOPSONDERSOULS. So yeah, that was June 1st was the official opening day of my business. It went pretty well. I mean, I don't know why I was expecting it to be like...
It was a little bit stressful to start.
Yeah, and I really, it was a lot of trial and error. This whole year was trial and error, honestly. But it was really good. So I got that open in June.
Then
in July, Max had some big things happen. Actually, both of our big points in July were with Maxwell.
Yeah, so I sold some of my dirt bikes, and I really wanted a street bike motorcycle, but
that wasn't happening.
Somebody was not in favor of the idea. So we came together and we decided on getting something that we could both enjoy and ride together. So we bought a Razor RZR Polaris side-by-side. Which we do love very much. So
that was really exciting. That was like our first, other than your car, which that was still kind of you, but like this was our first like big purchase together.
Right.
And we use it so much, and our families ride them a lot, and we've got trips planned for not 2020, but I guess 2021, like big trips like out west to ride and stuff. So actually when we're done filming this video, we're going out to work on the buggy. We got some things for it for Christmas, and we're gonna ride some. So we're excited for that. And do you want to tell them the second thing that happened in July?
I cut my hair.
Heartbroken. Look. Although, plot twist, he's growing it back out again. So if you don't know, Max had very long hair. Yeah, you guys would have seen the pictures. But he had like hair down to at least his shoulders, a little past actually.
A little past my shoulders, yeah.
And I think he ended up donating how many inches? 9
inches, I think.
Yeah, it was a lot of hair he donated. He had like the side shaved and the top long, so that was really sad. I really wanted to have it for the wedding. It was a sad day. But he looked very handsome at the wedding. I did like your short hair. So, okay, that was a big deal. That was actually a very big deal because he had been growing it out since the day we graduated.
High school.
Yeah, so it was a big deal.
It was a long time.
Okay. Okay, August was the craziest month out of the entire year.
Insane.
So we literally had so much going on. So the first thing that happened was my bridal shower. We had that at the Holy Hayloft.
That was like the first week of August, like
yeah, so I'm gonna try to keep these in order of when they happened. Yeah, so I had my bridal shower. It was beautiful. The girls did so good. The parents did so much.
We also, I don't mean to interrupt, but like every day that we like had events like for the wedding, it was absolutely gorgeous outside. Yeah. Like we couldn't have got any luckier.
No, God was definitely in our favor. Yeah. It was beautiful. Anyway, speaking of, yeah, I mean this day it was absolutely perfect. And like we were worried because the little chapel we had in, like it's not a functioning church anymore, you just have events there. It wasn't air conditioned, there aren't fans, there wasn't anything. And obviously it's beginning of August, like that is hot. And it was perfect. It wasn't too warm, it wasn't cold at all, but it wasn't like you weren't sweating inside. It was beautiful, and we were so blessed with everything we were gifted. That was a really, really grateful experience. Second thing, total turn of events is had my bachelorette party, had his bachelor party. Both were very successful, slightly traumatizing.
Yeah.
But they were very good. He actually, at his bachelor party, had like family over, so he invited my dad and my grandpa, and obviously his dad and his grandpa. It was kind of like a family tradition to do it that way. They had it up at their cabin, and then we rented through Airbnb. We booked an Airbnb and stayed like an hour or two away and just had the girls come up, and it was really fun. So directly after that trip, I think we had like a day in between, and then we went to New York. Right?
Baltimore.
No, oh, actually I got that backwards. We were in New York first for like 2 days, 2 or 3 days.
Only one day, right?
No, I think Baltimore was only one day.
No, Baltimore was 2. We were in New York for 1.
Oh, okay, so we were in New York for like 2 days, 1 night.
Yeah.
Came home from that, had our bachelorette parties. They were separate also. Yeah. And then
like the very
and
next
then
week.
like it was like a day between or 2 days between. We went to Baltimore for 2 days.
Yep.
And then I came back from Baltimore, and then the following day I had to have surgery. If you don't know, we had a little scare with like kind of like skin cancer, but it wasn't cancer, but I had to have surgery anyway, so they had to have that. So yeah, the last 2 weeks of August were literally insanity. Like our house was a wreck, nothing got put away from the bridal shower. We were always on the move. It was kind of crazy, but we're very and Max turned 21 in Baltimore
during our Baltimore trip.
Max turned 21. Yeah,
we went to Dave and Buster's
on Max, because I still wasn't 21, so like to go to a bar or something, I wouldn't have been able to even sit up there with him. So yeah, he went to Dave and Buster's and got a beer and played some games, and
it was fun.
It was really good, yeah. Okay, so then September, the first thing, I couldn't really think of two things for September because our wedding took up the entire month, but the other big thing I could think of that we did in September was we picked out and got our official wedding bands. So, well, never mind, you saw the pictures I was going to show you, but you know. Yeah, so that was, I guess we officially picked them up like the beginning of September. Like we had them picked out in August, which was something else we did in August was pick our wedding bands. And then, so we picked them up in September, and then September 21st, we got married.
Yep. The big day.
So it was fun. It was good. And the whole month was awesome. Yeah.
It was really awesome, but it was too much of a blur.
It went so fast. Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, if you're new to my channel, I will again link up in the cards. I filmed a video on a whole wedding recap and everything, so you can check that out. Well, it's actually kind of cool to think, like, as I talk about like the big things that happened, like how much I actually did vlog and how much like I wish I would have vlogged, you know?
Right.
So then October, the end of the month, the end of the year was actually pretty calm because we had already had our wedding and like we were just vegging out, like straight up relaxing.
Yeah.
So yeah, in October we went on our honeymoon, which was also like a family trip, which I vlogged again. We'll put in the cards. We went with my family, which was actually really fun.
It was nice.
Yeah. So we were there for a week. We're gone for a whole week. It was a nice week, nice trip. And then after that, that was like the first time we were actually able to like relax. Right. Like we weren't packing for any trips. We weren't planning for anything. So it was the first time we were actually just like at home. We could like declutter our house, put away gifts, clean, unpack. It was just the first time we could like chill out. Yeah. In November, I had my birthday.
21.
So we could go do fun stuff, even though I don't do fun stuff because
we went to the movies on the Green Turtle for your 21st.
We did. Also, I vlogged that. Yeah, but I mean, we're also not like bar people. Like we don't go out and like sit at a bar and drink. We don't really go to like, we've never been to a casino really. It's not our, yeah. And there's nothing against people that do that, but like, I would rather sit on my couch if I'm gonna drink, right? Or no? Yeah.
Or like just have a couple people over.
Yeah. So that was kind of fun. You went on your last trip, right? Was it November?
Was it? Or was it? No, it was December I went.
Was it? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, then the other big thing that happened in November was my new baby cousin was born, little Easton. We love him. We had been anxiously awaiting his arrival, so that was a big deal. He's the first baby in our family since my sister, who's now 18. So that's a big deal.
Yep.
We all are loving him so much. So that happened in November. In December, we had some big expenses, but first you had your
training, my last training.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to go on that one. He went with one of his coworkers who also he was actually in the class with him. So you had that, and then we had some big money things going on.
Big money.
Hubby here surprised me with my Christmas present, which was a new vehicle, which was awesome. I'm so thankful. But also it was just very practical. Like he traded in his car, which he loved, but he was putting miles on it. He drives very far to work every day. So he traded it in for that reason, but also it's like our future vehicle. Like for when we have a family, when we have kids, like this is the vehicle that makes sense to like invest and keep paying down rather than something that really has no goal use, like end goal use. So that was awesome. And then I got lash certified. So if you didn't know, I am a certified lash artist in classic and volume lashes. I took an online course through Yegi Lashes. I started it in November and got officially certified in December. And I'm currently setting up my lash room to take lash clients. So that was an exciting thing. And then the third big like money related thing that we did was I also bought a new MacBook Pro, which I also filmed a video on. I also filmed a video on my Yagi lash thing. I sound like a broken record, but that was a really big deal. I had been saving up and waiting and really planning how to get this laptop. I sold my other one. Like, it had been something long time coming.
Yep.
Yeah. My editing is improved greatly. I'm learning new things on Final Cut every day.
You just needed it.
Yeah, my other one was it was getting slow for what I used it for, like to edit videos.
Out of room.
Yeah, and I didn't have storage on it. So that is like our like year wrap up. Like, that is like the big events that happen month by month. And then we'll just like kind of touch on these. Like, so like I said at the beginning, I think it's important to recognize the good things that happened, recognize like how it felt at your like highest points and how you felt at your lowest points. I think that's one of the best ways to like kind of set yourself up for success in the coming year, and also like let go of like what happened that was bad or toxic or whatever in this year. Like, let it go and start the new year with a clean slate, with the right mindset of just your high points, just your successes. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wrote mine down, so you can also talk on yours. We won't cover all of them, but so for me, like, my high points of this year were I made amazing memories. The whole year, I mean, the whole wedding planning, like, that was just, as a whole, it was an amazing memory.
Something
like,
you'll never get to do.
unforgettable. Yeah, and it's a one-time thing, you know. We traveled a lot, which I love to travel. He does not have the travel bug. If I could travel somewhere new every month, I would. If I could do it every 2 weeks, I would. I love to travel. I love to see new things. So that was really awesome that his work had, him having to go on these trips, which he was nervous for, gave us the opportunity to experience new things together.
Yep.
And my third point would be we got a lot stronger as a couple, not only with the stress of wedding planning, the stress of traveling, the stress of adjusting to living together. Because if you're unfamiliar with us altogether, we got our house last September, so we hadn't even lived together a whole year before we started planning a wedding. Traveling had us both step out of our comfort zone, especially him, but just learning things is stepping out of your comfort zone, in my opinion. And I really was able to focus on my career this year. So building my clientele, working on my lash business, working on SHOPSONDERSOULS, making a small career, a little side business for myself. That was really nice to be able to focus on. Did you have any other high points you wanted to mention?
No, just growing as a couple and us, and just learning how to work together and not fight and butt heads, but just find common ground.
Just
and
like growing together.
Yeah.
So my low points would be I fell out of fitness, which I just didn't prioritize it. Basically, we both did, and it's something I think we both are not like looking to like take over our lives, but incorporate into the new year. I think a little bit at least. Our health and fitness as a whole just needs a little TLC, if you will. My health, I had a big struggle with migraines, like coming off birth control, getting on new, like all kinds of stuff. Like my own health was not the greatest this year. I had my surgery, I had that little scare with, you know, skin problems and stuff like that. And family health, which we're not going to elaborate on, but our family has had a rough year with health.
In general.
Yeah. So, and our big moments, though, to wrap up everything, our highest moments of the year, I'd say our wedding.
Definitely. Was
number one. Our little girl turned one. Little Luxie girl. Right, Bean? Tell them hi. Say, I'm a big girl.
She wants up.
Okay, so the third thing is Max and I both turned 21, which honestly, like, isn't a big deal. Like you said, we're not, like, about that crowd, but it's also, like, one of the last milestone birthdays for a while.
It was fun.
Yeah. Us traveling was a big one.
Yep.
And
a lot of traveling.
His haircut, that was a really big deal for us. Like, I, like, shed a tear. That was, like, 2 years of hair growth.
There was a lot of willpower put into that.
Yeah. What was your biggest moment of the year?
My biggest moment was definitely getting married.
What's another big moment that you had this year?
I don't know. I feel like getting through all my trainings and like going places, strange places and stuff, because like I'm not a traveler.
That's a big deal for you.
So it was like, I don't know, it was nice being able to
like push through your anxieties and worries.
Because it's not that bad, it's fun. So.
It was probably a weight off your chest once you were done. I was sad because that meant we couldn't go on any more trips. But yeah.
Still though, it was we had a good time.
Okay guys, so we're gonna end this video, we're meaning me, because Max's friend is here right now and I think he's coming out to Dad's house to help us work on our buggy. So I'm gonna end this video and I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry Max isn't here to help me end the video, but thanks for watching this video. I hope you kind of got to like see and learn a little bit about us, about kind of what happens in our life, and we look forward to doing this every year just for something good to look back on. And I think it's a good way to like help you guys get to know us and learn about us. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next Monday. So thanks for watching.